Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn, and I am roving around my favorite camera over here, and I found Ryan Rivett, the man behind everything here at My Place Hotels. Thank you for having me here at your conference.
Always good to have you here with us.
Yeah, it's so great to be here, and I really think that the crowd is just so inspired by what's going on here, and it's just so much fun watching you guys build this company year after year.
This is our 6th convention, and there's never been the level of excitement that there is here about it, and it's strange to me that we're able to effectuate so much energy and excitement in this group of people, but it's a great place and we're having a great time.
What's the theme of the event to you this year? Because you're not like plastering it all over the place.
Our official theme is Blazing Trails, which we're still doing. We're continuing to blaze new trails. The roadmap for My Place is wide open, and we're writing it as we go and having a lot of fun with it.
I think that makes a lot of sense, because you're doing things that other people are not doing. You're going into markets where people aren't. You're tapping into a group of potential owners and investors that others are doing it. So even though you've been the ultimate insider in hospitality your whole life, how is it being like the outsider now in a sense, and being against all the other big companies?
It's a good point. Yeah, it is. As having conversations earlier, it's like, we are the small guy in the landscape on the field that we play in, but at the same time, the infrastructure and the resources that we have and our knowledge and understanding. I mean, the panel you did this morning with our vice presidents, the amount of knowledge that those people have and experience in this industry is incredible, and they're our key players. They're our front line. They're the guys who are making this thing go.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked about this. Yeah, and they were blazing trails by letting that next generation of leaders really be there and be the ones that are, taking the fore. And I'll tell you, that's pretty confident of you to relinquish that control to other people. There are a lot of other people out there that it's got to be about the CEO.
There's a lot of days where I'm the least important person in the room, right? I mean, those people really are making it happen. And as they talked about this morning, one of the greatest feelings of reward in doing business is being able to treat it like a partnership, rely on it like a partnership. And in a partnership, you've got to delegate that authority, and you've got to trust your people to do what they need to do.
And one of the things that you need to do is introduce this new prototype, right? So I want to hear a little bit about that. Yeah, My Place 3.0, because I haven't seen much deviation from each model, because you guys have that builder mentality. You've been doing it for so many decades. I feel like this is not a wholesale reinvention, but a little tweaky here, a little tweak there. Exactly. So tell us a little bit about 3.
It's an improvement. It's a little bit of an expansion of the product offering. So we looked at what's been commonplace and what's been required both jurisdictionally and by new franchisees coming in as far as exterior appearance. We said, hey, let's rebrand the exterior appearance a little bit, and go forward with consistency that we've had, just with a different look. We bridged the gap between our 64 and our 87 unit prototype with a 71. Some of that is, I think, a little bit of appeasement. It's like, hey, it's a difficult decision to choose how many rooms to put in each location you go into. So we've got these 3 clear lanes now of where you go, and we like to keep in our lane. Like you said, it's not a lot of deviation from one to the next. And then we added a suite. So, like you said,
I love it. It's not just a suite, it's a business suite. It's got a big king-size bed. It's got a great workspace as well. And if you're a family, it's got a couch that's going to be able to fold out as well.
Right. Keeping the kitchen, keeping the extended stay functionality to it, but knowing that a lot of our stays are shorter-term stays. And this works for an expanded demographic.
Yeah.
So
114 franchisees, 74 properties open, 12 under construction, a lot more deals in the pipeline. Just heard you signed a deal for 9 hotels. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, those are the deals that you get really excited about, because there's a business plan behind them. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity in front of it, because they're organized and they're ready to go. It's not, hey, pie in the sky, let's go do 9. It's, hey, we've got these markets, we're ready to go now, we're capitalized, let's do it.
I feel before we wrap up, I don't think we've talked enough about trend, conversion, brand. Tell us a little bit about where you're at with that and thinking about it.
We've been really biding our time, being very mindful about where the first locations go, about what the properties are that are going to come into trend. But so trend is the complement to My Place. It's a conversion element of our greater network, and focusing on mid-scale, upper mid-scale, both limited service and extended stay hotels. I think based on conversations that are happening here, we're going to see the first couple in the next year or so. I think I said that last year. Probably.
Yeah, but this time you mean it.
But this time I really do mean it. No, it's just in the environment that we're in. I think the opportunity we expected when we launched Trend is really now materialized.
Right.
And the chaos that we've seen and the uncertainty that we've seen is, it sounds odd to say, but somewhat stabilizing now, where we're kind of getting used to the circumstances we're in. And there's a ton of opportunity in acquisitions in complement to new construction. So a lot of the guys that are looking at it are saying, I'm in the process of 2 or 3 new builds. I'm going to do an acquisition deal, put it in the middle, get to a little bit more immediate cash flow, augment my capital going out on the construction piece, and build the portfolio faster.
Love it. All right, last question for you. With the presidential election coming up, not talking about that. I'm talking about the phenomenon of there always is a rate cut before an election.
Right.
How is that going to affect you?
I think it'll affect me by, our developers are excited about that. It's a move in the right direction. Probably enough of a lag that we'll see what happens. But I think there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of optimism coming from the next 6 to 9 to 12 months and where the Fed's going to go. So the phenomena is absolutely consistent. As you look back, it always happens. And so we're happy that we're in an election year for that reason and that reason.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I totally get that. And listen, I'm happy that all of you keep following us, keep following My Place. Definitely a company that is blazing trails. Ryan Rivett, Glenn Hausman, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.